So, but the thing is, it always becomes a me problem, and so, like today, I had a problem, and I did something nice for the person. I gave them a book on yoga, because her health isn't that good,
Okay.
and holy shit, like that unlocked her. She was so happy because, like, she felt like she probably feels like she's a victim, but then when somebody does something nice for her, she's like, oh my god, like you've just melted my heart. So it's kindness, which
Yeah,
is,
that's all.
yeah, kindness defeats the boogeyman, and so like it's essentially game theory.
Mm. Well, honestly, I mean, the fact that these bitches can vote, I mean, dude, how many like retarded corporate jobs do we have? It's like a fucking daycare for these stupid sluts that do nothing all day, and then I don't know, they all chase after the small pool of men uh, that they think they're entitled to, while refusing to. I guess with the younger generation, they're just like not, they're not treating them well.
It's the
They're,
environment which is what has created this because prior to modern civilization, we were constantly forming for war, and so women were like the support element and men were the forward element. So it's just it's because reality has changed so much, which is why we are where we are. Because this country is so well established, we're not constantly preparing, our people for war, famine, strife. Like just think of the Gauls and the Romans. Like the women, there was no question. There was nothing about women in the Roman history. I mean, there's some like because there's a lot of noble Roman women, but with the Gauls and the Germans, like yeah, they do have like some interesting stories about like females who became like military battle legends, but they're not elite. They have like no position. Like there's only like two or three women that appear in history that like proved to be like powerful female leaders in the military, but that's like
they
insignificant.
should just be like sexual relief phone calls in the military. It's about what we're good for.
No, the women they would cut their hair off. They would use their hair for rope, um, and women did all the nursing. They did all the clothing, and they did all the support. Like they were constantly working and
Or
foraging.
there's something to
That too, but they're also responsible for bringing in new life, so they're invaluable. So again, it becomes kind of a me problem, and I think that's the way that people who are responsible deal with all issues. Where they're like, was it a me problem or was it a me problem? And then when you go through it, you're like, it was a me problem because everything is a me problem. Like we are the biggest problem, like, meaning that personally. This is not like a philosophy or a politic. This is like a pragmatic thing about life that you have to come to realization of. Otherwise, you become a victim.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, what are women good for these days? I'm just being serious.
For you, it's actually for you, meaning that like once you fully develop yourself, you'll realize that all you can really do is try to help, but like otherwise you become a victim. Like, and when I say help, I don't mean like help. I mean it's all psychological. It's all education.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what are women actually here for? The real thing is they're more nurturing, but they're also,
It's for children,
they're
dude.
literally they were given vaginas and a uterus for a fucking reason.
That's
They
it.
weren't designed to be like sitting in a cubicle and I don't know, just being a stupid bitch that scrolls on Instagram and takes filtered selfies and I don't know.
Well, you know what Napoleon. You know what
It's like
Napoleon said
that's what
about
a
women.
worthless waste of life.
Look up what Napoleon said about women, and he said that they're just birthing factories.
That's true. It's literally true.
See, feminism is only possible in the West.
with that? Okay.
The politic.
No, sorry, are you angry with that? Do you want to change women's nature?
No, I think women have the nature. I just think that we're not utilizing them for their nature. They're being utilized as, once again, like these girl bosses and they're, I don't know, like why do they have all of these worthless, like, corporate jobs? These women seem to like it.
We have to encourage women to have children young, otherwise they become so polarized through politics, they become completely infertile, and they can bring no new Americans into the picture.
So you want to enslave them?
No, we want to
I
reward them.
think they do what their grandmothers
We want
do. Their grandmothers do.
in Russia, if you have a child, you get 10 grand. In this country, you get $1 million to an abortion doctor to murder your baby. Our country is completely inverse.
So you want them to have less freedom?
They
Like in Russia?
go against their own nature. They'll go to an abortion clinic just because, oh my god, it's gonna mess up my lifestyle. I gotta go to on a girl trip with my friends.
Lifestyle.
Again, so you want to enslave them. I don't know why you're avoiding this thing.
Musanda, you just keep talking. Musanda, you are obsessed with slavery, Musanda. Stop talking about your enslavement. You are projecting your own enslavement into the conversation.
Restrict their freedom. Is that a better word?
No, I think it's kind of like being taught to do. I think we should go back to like encouraging them to be, what they were designed to do, which is like be fucking nurturing mothers and I don't know. I guess you could say like keeping.
So yes, their freedom. So yes,
Listen to the logical process. Listen to the logical process. A woman lays down on her back and lets a man blast raw, fully understanding that in 9 months a big fat head child is going to exit from her womb. How is this slavery? This is an active choice that anybody with a Homo sapiens with a common sense should understand.
fine. Let's move the word slave. I was just saying equal to their freedom. I'm not stopping you from saying this. I'm just saying this is restricting freedom. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not saying pro. I'm just trying to make sure.
I'm saying they should respect. They should respect men, and they should know their fucking place. It's not to this whole thing like trying to be equal like men. No, you stupid bitch. You can't be a career woman and be like a mom. Like, it's not really a possible thing. I mean, some women, I guess, can do it, but I mean, it's a disaster. And then look at how these dumb bitches vote. Look at how the men voted, like this last election. How all the women vote. I mean, these bitches like ruin everything. Like, them having the same amount of freedom as us. Oh, we're like, oh my god, equality, it's so good. No, these women are stupid sluts. Like, women would probably want like 50% of the male population just to disappear, or and I don't know. Like they all just like the weird. Like women have such like high expectations in America these days. They didn't when I was younger. But like this young generation of women, they're trash. They all
Listen,
are
it's everybody is on their cell phone so much and hunched over and depressed and doom scrolling. It's a fucking epidemic.
Can I interject real quick? Right, so you're pointing the finger at the effect, but not at the cause. The cause is a series of narratives that are put on us. Of course, today, Western societies, I'm in Italy, okay, I'm European. It's the same in Europe as much as in America. The main thing here that we should talk about is not about which bitch voted for what and which girl realized, this whole scam, this whole lie. We should talk about the underlying cause of this, which is population control. Somebody pointed the finger at Russia, and rightfully so. I think it was Congressman, whoever it was. Basically, in Russia, they pay you the equivalent of 1,800 euros, circa, for the first child, and so they're increasing the number of people because basically they are around 150 million in Russia. They have a nation that is half a planet. So, the problem that they have the opposite problem, and so they have all the narratives regarding, how to create a beautiful family,
I emphasize again, it is free to join my community.
Us,
The stocks I share are also free.
for
The
us,
techniques and strategies I teach are also free. So please don't ask me if I charge a
let's say
fee.
a
And
race
don't say it's
substitution through what it used to be called clergy plan. That's why you have all of this crazy phenomenon of mass illegal migrations and all this stuff, because that's what they want to do, and then we can speculate about what they want to do. But the first step is to create chaos inside of the family so that you can rule over them and push at the same time certain narratives like the LGBT stuff, because conveniently two people of the same sex cannot procreate. That's a problem, yeah? So the thing that we should talk about, I think, is how to deprogram people's minds and reprogram them, let's say, with what used to be pushed in the 70s and in the 80s, yes?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that's correct. And I respect that, absolutely. Unfortunately, the narrative is so convoluted and so, let's say, very well put by those excellent think tanks like the World Economic Forum and all the other think tanks that they have, or there in America. That somebody who's listened to my words already have the counter, the words to counteract what I'm saying, basically labeling me, categorizing me, and characterizing me as a racist, whatever, white supremacist, whatever, yeah. Because you see how they were able to program people's minds to make sure that this narrative actually, goes to, it's going to be put into action. Yeah. Once you've programmed the society in a way that actually you get below the replacement rate, which is 1.9, if I'm not wrong, sorry, 2.1 kids per family. Basically, you're inducing the collapse of that society, and so you have to basically reintegrate with other people, and they're working with the other people from the south of the world. They want to replace and reshape society through these narratives. And so no wonder today, and I'll land with this, and no wonder today you have women that do react like this. You see, they are reacting to life. They don't propose something that is in accordance with their nature. They're reacting to things because they're programmed. And thank you, David, for trying to deprogram.
Yeah, but who's the they, though, right?
Billionaire.
Who are the billionaires?
I'd say
themselves.
I'll call them Mr.
Who
Global.
are 35% of all billionaires on the planet? One hand.
Who is 35% of what?
Who is 35% of all billionaires? But yeah, an extreme minority in the wider society.
The Jews.
That's right. That's right.
The Jews, that's for sure. That's for sure.
What is the Jews?
Wait. I will push that on that because there are two kinds of Jews. There are the Sephardi Jews, there are the Ashkenazi Jews. And the Ashkenazi Jews actually are not Semite-Jews, are self-proclaimed Jews from German descent. What the fuck?
So, I mean, I am making this room, so if any of you dirty sluts want to come here and, slap your fellatiator lips, you can just go ahead and defend yourselves. I'll be sure to, mock you stupid sluts fairly, so, just go kind of growing that. Okay, let's not go into the whole, Jesus Christ, I did kind of want to have the topic about women.
Well, it's about women.
Yeah, I know, but Jesus Christ, does every space have to be a motherfucking JQ space?
Do they put their little nose in everywhere?
That's fine, but Jesus Christ,
Okay, we get back to the point.
everybody will leave.
We can confirm that this one only is beneficial if you have a lot of money. I mean, fine, you don't want to have the king to talk, but it benefits the man with the most amount of money. Because those are the men the women will still stay.
It's not just finances, they are programmed to like a man with certain ideals. So in order to deprogram, you have to do it at an early age. It has to be, honestly, I'm gonna say by age 12, between age 6 and 12. So that means
I'll call ICE on your ass, baby.
elementary school, junior high
ICE is
school.
coming for you.
If you don't reach them by junior high school, it's already over. So unless you change the education system, nothing is going to change. You can't change these grown millennial women. Their mind is already set. They just throw them in the garbage and start with Gen Alpha.
Who controls academia?
Okay, don't choose. Okay, alright. Let's go back to talking about stupid sluts. I don't know. I mean, it isn't kind of like all women's fault, but like the women who kept on like bitching and complaining about how they, I don't know, like what was that obnoxious movie where that dumb bitch could be like a Navy SEAL, G.I. Jane? It's like, yeah, I mean, it's just like obnoxious bullshit. And then women somehow can be capable of everything, but they're really not. They're not capable for the most part.
Man, it's kind of fucked up, man, because like when you think about it, there's no other venue or arena in society where the person with the shortest, most inexperienced resume gets to dictate and run the show to the motherfucker that's got a lengthy resume with a ton of life experience. But it's only when we get to the dynamics of when men and women in the relationships between those two, it's like, oh fuck, we let women run the show and control everything, and they fuck everything up.
But it's not even the physical realm, right? It's not of like physical capacity like in G.I. Jane, right? Why are there no women represented at the top of all chess grandmasters, right? Like it requires zero physical ability essentially. You could have someone else move the pawns and the pieces for you, right? It's just purely intellect. So it's the same as true race car drivers. Yes, there's a degree of physicality required, fitness, but you're sitting in a fucking seat. Why is it that women aren't able to, compared to men, in these realms? But yet, they're promoted into them. They're celebrated, elevated, boosted.
Because first question, why? The hormonal axis is different. How the brain works is different because we are characterized and we're ruled by our hormones. If you're a testosterone driven person,
It's much simpler than that. The bell curve for almost everything for women, right, is narrower and taller, right? Where men exist on the edges, so men are more violent. Men are they're smarter, right? So on the teal, it's all about the teals of the bell curve in whatever realm it is. Men are more violent, and they're also more intelligent, right? But that doesn't mean that women can't be intelligent, or there aren't a lot of women that aren't intelligent.
Yeah, but that's like comparing apples to oranges. That's still just comparing apples to oranges. He's taught that there's books on female brain science, meaning that like there's major genetic, psychological differences, but it's all role playing. So the problem we have in society today is women don't want to play their game that they're supposed to be playing. They're not role playing anymore.
It's where it's time to put them in their place.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you want to do it intelligently, you have to game theory it or essentially play an extremely advanced game, one in which they may never even be aware that they're being played.
Yeah, on my side note, like the type of women that I find to be the most annoying are like the women who are like, I'm a total tomboy, but I'll get in heels and I can fix my car and all this stupid shit. And they're the same stupid sluts that like to hang out in spaces that are dominated by men. Like even online, it's just like they just like the attention. It's not because they like honestly, most of you guys would agree. Like the reason I don't really talk to many women on here is because women are fucking boring. They're like not interesting people to listen to.
This isn't Hinge, dude. If you go on Hinge, all these single women
or influencer online that men actually like find funny or interesting, they don't fucking exist.
Yeah,
It's just they're fucking boring.
if they're hot, they exist. Otherwise, nobody cares about their political content.
But if
I
they
know,
were
that's
hot,
all they are.
if they were hot, they wouldn't need to be hot. If they were hot, they wouldn't need to be. Like you always see this like.
Yeah, but nobody watches a woman because she's hot. Nobody watches like I don't know, like a podcast, or I guess you would watch that and listen to it. But they're like, who is there that is like a political analyst, a pundit, whatever, that is female that people actually enjoy listening to?
See,
Like, they don't exist.
marriage doesn't.
People, blondie blue, a lot of that's right. When you see people like Danica Patrick, so like female NASCAR
bus drivers who are like elevated, promoted, and diversity, and all.
She lives right by us, by the way.
She just got a tramp stamp. She just got an American flag tramp stamp.
If you were walking down the fucking shopping mall and she was just with any other range of other women, you would not look at her twice because there would be other prettier women. So you find that these are lower tier women to try and stand out. They find themselves in male dominated spaces. So it could be into cars. So it could be like, oh, I'm a girl with a car and an Instagram page, and then she gets like fucking influencer discount code bullshit promotions for this just because she's a female. She's not particularly attractive, but she's just invaded a male space. It could be in fishing, right?
That's why we need to get them out of male spaces. That's what our grandparents did. They had clubs.
6 out of 10 into fishing, but then all the men are simping over because she's the one that stands out
But
because there are no women.
this is
For sure, but that's why we need to go back to like, the boys like the men would like to hang out.
This is
they
a
had their
male
own spaces.
stage.
There's no reason. They're like literally. They're like a fucking. They're like. Like
But then
they're like infesting our male spaces.
But
And
Pepe,
totally fucking it up. Shut up, Congress.
well, you got.
For male and female schools, like there are still quite a few of them here. I don't know if that's a thing in the US where you can get girls only schools, boys only schools, right? Like I'm all for the separation of these things.
See, but you see, the point is, this is a male stage right now, and you have the question or essentially the conversation backwards. The converse. Let me just reframe it. That the better conversation is how do we as men play the game, not why aren't women playing the game.
It's not a game. We just take back control. Sissies like you are the fucking problem. Oh, well, how do we get back into their little pronouns?
Go ahead and leave comments on my YouTube channel. Like I give a fuck.
We literally need to like think about it. America, this whole country was fucking built by men. The West was built by men. All the wars were fought by men. Literally, you would not have this country with a constitution, with the fucking laws, all of the goddamn safeguards, and prosperity if it was not for men.
No,
Women
it's just
literally,
impossible.
when it comes to the founding of our country, had like 0%. I mean, they made the babies and took care of the
Yeah,
children.
so
which
they're
is
in.
important.
They're totally
That's
connected.
always been the extent of which they are valuable to.
It's a
society.
unity theory
And
versus
that's
an
where women need to
exclusivity
remain.
theory.
That's when we were the most prosperous, is when women were doing that basic fucking role, which God
It's
made them
birds
for.
and bees. It's
Not
inseparable.
To be good little worker bees. Okay, that's just not a thing.
It doesn't matter how loud you scry.
Yeah, well, Congressman didn't understand that this is a viral thing too, just like COVID. You can't, change the situation of the individuals who have been infected. The only thing you can do is quarantine them, create a separate system, and move the fuck on.
You mean revert back.
And dude, simping, we need to literally bully simps so harsh. Like, dude, that needs to be like super embarrassing. Like, if you get caught simping, I wouldn't say you just lost your man card. You're just a pathetic cunt. Like, we should not have women in our fucking spaces. Like, women, we should not even value their contributions or their fucking opinions for that matter.
We need to bring push.
So you want to say that for them to be
No, I want them to fulfill their roles as women and stay the fuck out of
I mean
business.
sex. Women too.
and you want to either women back to the right.
But we should be shaming men for being sims, for not being grown.
Well, I mean, that's, you got a point, Mr. Real quick, Rick, sorry. No, you do have a point, and the thing is, it's like, bitching about it isn't going to do nothing. You just got to take the bull by the horns and create your own space, create your own shit. Like, this is where we as men got to start teaching ourselves how the real world operates, how the game is really played. We got to start teaching our sons, man. Start teaching your sons, hey, don't take any shit. Go out there, work your ass off, create your own fucking empire. That way you can run the show. And then the simps and the fucking feminist modern bitches that want to try to come in and ruin your shit. You got every right to kick them out, get rid of them, make and define your space how you want. That's the only way it's going to get resolved.
So let's see, sorry, no, the problem is once that facet to leave, you see these people today, these guys today, they have lower levels of testosterone, and so they have less dominance and less, let's say, the less of a man, also because bad. And people are not aware of this. And all of these factors are fucking us up so bad.
Listen, it's not the endocrine disruptors. So that is a problem. And people shouldn't touch receipts. People should, like, there's 1,000 things there that you can talk about. This is all downstream culture, right? So basically, anything that is cool to
Let me understand. Unbelievable.
You know, cops are bad, you know, like, kids used to grow up and want to be fucking astronauts and fighter pilots, and now everyone just wants to be a fucking YouTube influencer. So, it's about making positive images that are masculine, that we are primed as males, when, especially when we're younger, to emulate and want to follow, and the testosterone will come. It's the fact that everything, like, they have to go and destroy culture. So it's like, it doesn't matter whether it's Ghostbusters or fucking James Bond. They're gonna make James Bond cut to a black, short-haired fucking female feminist, right? They're gonna turn the Ghostbusters all into all women, right? Whatever it may be, they want to. We have to start celebrating in culture things which we once did, to return to the things that we had in our childhood, so that the new generation of young men will have those positive influences in their life and not listen to the culture which is controlled by fucking females. Like, more men teachers, is that not a huge fucking problem? I mean, I had male teachers when I was growing up. I don't think there are many at all now anymore.
No, they're non-existent. Like most of these schools, mister, are ran by female principals now. It's very rare to find a school that's ran by a male administrator and then be to find male teachers. When I was volunteering in my kids' schools, that was the number one complaint from the female teachers. It was like, we need more male teachers. It got to the point where they had to construct a group of dads and uncles and grandpas and brothers to come in and kind of volunteer and spend time with the kids, kind of have that, male masculine presence in the schools to get the kids to act right and act what the teachers needed. But Rick, again, when you're talking about, the low testosterone levels and the thing that's in the foods, the waters, and I mean, you got full control of what goes in your body. Again, this comes down to a man. We is fucking family, man. It's on you to build yourself up. A good woman that's going to be on your program, be 100% submissive, probably a good one, so you know what you're getting ahead of time. Set up your empire to where, she gets a dose of feminism or drinks some type of Kool-Aid for whatever fucking reason, and she wants to dip out. She walks away with nothing, There's got to be some type of leverage to keep that woman on our program. That's your responsibility. When we have a family, when you have, absolutely, absolutely. That we're going to have a high-pitched voice like yours, man. But the way that it goes is that you as a man, you dominate your fucking empire, you dominate your family, you dominate your wife, you dominate your children. It's your responsibility to teach them, man. So when you send them out into the world, they know what the rules of the game are. It's going to be hard work, bro. You got to combat a lot of this bullshit narrative that's teaching all these TV shows and entertainment, and especially the public schools, man. It's a fucking nightmare. But you as a man, that's where you got to pick your chin up, flex your muscles, man, and just push through it. And I'm telling you, it works, man. We just got to get more men on that program. That's the only way it's gonna change, bro. The only way it's gonna
Sig, in that school, how many more Sigs did you create since you had spent some time with those little boys in these schools?
I got to. Well, on my own, I'm only responsible for my own life, 100%.
What? I thought you were trying to say all men.
Who said that?
We're not trying to save men. We're talking about saving society. Like, it's
Okay.
women have been driving shit into the fucking ground.
To act like women.
So,
If you're gonna argue with what he just said,
so the point here is that women are corrupting the men and making them into sex. You know what you guys are saying? I'm just trying to get
Have you entered puberty?
I'm trying to get the genesis of your argument.
Why don't you?
I think men have been weakened, and that's why they simp, and I don't know.
Why don't?
There's no reason a man should have to, like, try to simp or try to flatter some fucking woman to, I don't know, for her attention.
Well, how does that?
That's stupid.
How do you?
Hey, ML, instead of asking questions like a schmuck, why don't you just tell us your solution? Okay, nobody is talking to you too. Never mind, I didn't mean to bother asking you a question.
Come again.
I mean, you can court a
Okay, so
woman, but
pirates.
you don't have to like try to suit her, try to like play to her sensibilities and like be, I don't know, somehow less masculine or toxic or whatever this stupid shit it is she likes to believe with.
What you do is exactly what she said. The exact opposite of what she says.
Who says women want less masculine men? I don't see that.
I mean, do you know how many women actually have rape fetishes? Like, look, you can look this up on like Reddit. Just in recent ones, like women actually feel guilty about this.
Listen.
And as much as they hate right-wing men, there's literally like subreddits that are dedicated to them fantasizing about being dominated by like a right-wing male.
There's a whole section on Instagram and fucking TikTok.
Yeah, like,
oh, the
these
feminists
women-
leave in my body. Like,
These women fight it, but at the end of the day, that's what gets them wet. That's who they ultimately want to, you know, have legal
Listen to
and
what
make
he
babies
said.
with.
He said,
Well,
what does
black
what
man then?
women say? The fact that you're listening to what women say is the problem. What women say and what they want are very different things. They'll say they want a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is, they want someone who's going to crack their back, pull their hair, and be rough and be firm. That's what they want. What they say.
Is that what you give all your women that you don't have, Doctor?
That's right.
ML,
So funny.
I'm gonna tell you something, Mel, seriously. And you ain't gotta read no subreddits or whatever. If you're capable of getting pussy, the next time you fuck a chick, just grab her by the throat, choke the shit out of her, smack her. You know, I'm not saying like a full domestic violence, but smack her up a couple times, pull her hair, man, call her bitch. You ain't gonna be able to get rid of her. I'm telling you, that's what they want, man. So you fuck with them.
No, I mean, they like being called, oh, your daddy's dirty little whore. Like, they actually get off on that shit. As offensive as they might make it, like, if they're not having sex, as offensive as and degrading.
But that's
they
just
say that
dopamine.
would make them feel like these bitches don't know what the fuck they want. That's why they shouldn't be making major
It's
decisions.
just neurolinguistic dopamine, though. It's the same thing that happens here on Clown House with stupid people. It's all dopamine all the time through words. How do you think dopamine gets created?
What you thinking?
It just comes down to it, man. Men gotta start. I think there's too many pussy men who are afraid of offending women, or men are in a position to where they can't dominate. They're scared they're gonna lose something, or a bitch is gonna fucking tattle on them, or they're having me too moment or whatever. You just gotta move smart, man. Move smart. And I think somebody said in the chat, do the exact opposite of what they tell you. They tell you they want a sensitive man who's calm in his feelings, and do the exact opposite, man. Like I said, grab off the pussy. Don't across the fucking room. Don't motherfucking mattress. Choke them up, slap them up, call them a dirty little whore, and you're golden, man. They're gonna do whatever the fuck they tell them to do. It's easy.
You guys been a bit. Come on, try that.
I mean, like, that's kind of comes natural to me, dude. Like, I don't know.
It works.
Wait, do you alright, do you like it really gentle? Do you like it
ML makes love
like cuddles?
ML's crying.
Short reels, TikTok reels, that gets clarified things and people very short, very sharp.
Let's put it out there. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get him to talk about this stuff and move something.
Okay,
Recordings.
if he comes next,
He doesn't have to come. He can do it wherever he is. He can do it wherever he's sitting at home.
and then Tommy! Dad, I'm telling story.
Just being about how my brother speaks again. So I explained it to her in a way he would think. I told him I'm worrying on the way. So I put him in there. When he starts speaking, he likes it very much.
Sigamos someteramente dos modos.
Stuck in like 800.
Nigger, listen.
It's gotta be fucking Tourette's.
So,
Hey, you know, this is what they were trying to do yesterday over in Gaza. They were trying to take people. They're trying to take kidnap people as prisoners. I just
then the Palestinians tried to take hostages.
yeah, our idea.
Soldiers hostages.
Uh,
Soldiers.
so
I didn't read about it. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay.
just like
Amos what?
It looks like Amos and Shuki, for real.
אני לא מכיר את זה.
Share it with them.
Amos and Shuki לא מכיר.
Oh my god, it looks exactly like them. So I told Leafy 20 years ago it looks like them, and she goes 649 feet before Christ.
where is this picture?
Leafy has it.
I don't see Lee's picture.
She's gonna send it to you.
I don't think we're connected.
We'll send it to you in the back channel probably.
Oh yeah, you can send pictures back to
שאלת לי גם.
Lee. Oh, look at this. Old friend.
תלכי לי גם, לא ראיתי.
שלחתי לך בוואטסאפ.
Lee, how did you do that?
She said chat GPT.
וואי,
It looks amazing though.
כי שילמתי על זה, כן, ברור.
That GPT will do that?
Did you put like a picture of both of them? כן.
Make a picture of me with somebody. Who should I make a picture of?
Send her a picture. And
no
she'll
dick
make
pic.
one.
Would you go on a date with me?
No.
Why no?
Because this is Turkey.
What does that mean?
Not safe. No news.
No nudes is good nudes.
I agree.
Why is there an old aisle full of cereals? Oh, you found the bread. This is not bread. This has too many ingredients to be bread. Wait.
JJ. Fell asleep.
Going into my photos, I'm looking at pictures of my kid, and
But you're like a proud mom.
Is that Tom and Dad?
Just kidding.
He's just ridiculously cute. Okay, so I don't know if you like this picture because I'm not drinking coffee. What?
Just your picture.
I just don't like I don't like the way my hair looks either. But hang on. Let's see if I can do this. Lee? Message. Oh yeah, it's an automatic thing like Insta. Okay. I went to a wedding a couple weeks ago, so I have me in a tuxedo.
Oh, that's nice.
It's fun to wear tuxedos. Guys look good in tuxedos.
Like a suit.
You're gonna see, it's more than a suit.
Yeah, no, it's like a really fancy one.
Yeah, it's this very specific thing. Yeah, I don't know if you like this picture. This is me in Brooklyn in a tuxedo, but in a sort of a, very Brooklyn-y environment, which is where the wedding was.
You put it in a back channel?
I sent it to Lee in the back channel. Well, you want one too?
No, it's okay. I just thought you updated your picture. I said I didn't see it.
Oh. Now, who should I be in the picture with, though? BB?
No.
Who? Sting?
Amos.
Amos is, by the way, I think Amos is a nice-looking man, but it's not that interesting. I don't even know what he looks like.
No, it's not that. It's just going to confuse him.
We should die every day, every morning and every
Will you stop with that already? Half the show enough.
You see why Shuki calls you a smelly lefty man? You're a smelly lefty person.
The best laugh.
Can't you learn from Devin how to become a real Jewish?
Real Jews don't sit around wishing people to die.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Are you wishing someone to die?
More?
Yeah.
No, he's already dead.
Are you wishing Khomeini, Khatami, whatever, all the fucking Iranian leaders to die?
He's a piece of garbage. I don't sit around wishing people to die. I want to fight them. Okay,
No,
if I had to, we would.
Judaism, you pray to die. We pray for our haters. Ask ChatGPT whether Jews pray for their.
You know what I'm going to pray for? I'm going to pray for you to stop fooling around, get married to a nice girl, and have a bunch of kids. How's that? That's something I can pray for. How about that?
Reminds me of my mother, sorry.
Of course, it should, because she loves you, and she wants the best for you and herself.
Yeah. You're right. I'm sick. God, from the. I'm angry, and I'm more angry than angry. Angry. Wait a second.
El Norma, what does the Tanya say about such anger?
Oh, I forgot you were here, Congressman. You were so quiet.
Who was it?
It's Congressman. I talked to him the night that I was coming back from that wedding.
Wait a second. Can I? Do you know what Torah is?
Yes.
Of course he knows what Torah is.
I want to read you a Torah, and you tell me what it means. Adonai Gibor Milchama. It's תהילים כ"ח. אדוני שמו, ישלח עזרך מקודש ומציון יסעדך. זכרה כל ידך ופרס עליה ולך. נתן לבך לפניך רגל. את רכבים שילח בלבך ונפל. Everything here is praying for God to put leg to your enemy and make them fall and never rise again. Okay? This is Judaism. You thought yourself, because you are progressive, you thought yourself that anti-democratic education in your heart that Jews do not pray for the death of their enemy.
I didn't exactly say that. They want them
No,
to
you
fall.
said it exactly. And then תהילים י"ט, אדוני מלחמה ליהובה ומגן על עבדו. אהבו אדוני כל קודשיו, אדוני שמר נשמת נעורה מן הרועה צילם משתמרה מתוך צרה. ישמחו וירננו בקודש ונאו בשמחה. The same. תהילים כ"י"ז, תהילים כ"ד.
Rabbi Slash,
Yes.
what's up?
What is up? One more.
Bring people and give them the Bible, yeah.
That's fine.
The laws of Moses. The laws of Moses. We gotta give.
Wait, you live in Damascus right now?
No, I don't.
Where do you live?
Canada.
I'm asking. You sure? That was a hesitant answer.
Sure, I don't live in Canada.
Okay, so say that you don't want to say. It's okay.
I did, actually. I do live in Canada, but you don't want to believe me, so that's fine.
Oh, I believe you. I have faith in you. Just as I have faith in Jesus.
You don't have faith.
Yeah, I do.
Well, actually, no. You do have faith. You have faith that Jesus is buried in excrement. Boiling excrement.
What?
No, faith is buried in boiling shit.
What the fuck? Why would you say
That's what
that?
the Talmud says, bro.
The Talmud says that Jesus is burned in boiling shit?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
You didn't know.
No, but wait, does it actually say that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is embarrassing.
No, this isn't like Christian Zionists. Like Christians are like, oh, we support Israel.
Wait, Bishop, how have you been?
I've been good. Long time no see you.
Yeah, I missed you.
Yeah, we still. No, but you know,
The Talmud is embarrassing.
yes, but that was great. But yeah, Christian people like support Israel. Nobody even knows they.
Yeah.
To test you to make sure you're down to this, so that you start showing weakness, they're all the next guy, bro. They're all the next guy.
No, it's 100%.
You don't move me.
Yeah, like literally, like on my dating profile, it's like, I bet you can't impress me. That's it.
Y'all love to say that shit. I said, I'll impress you soon as you fucking drop my dick in your mouth. See how impressed you are then.
Ew, well, so what? That's a give and take, shut up.
See how that works? Hey, Mel, you should try that.
Bring out the freaking water.
Okay, well, my old lady's here.
I'm just real. I don't know. I genuinely don't agree with feminism. I think natural roles are like literal biological. Like, dude, we're just meant to like possess the traits that we do, and the right person, right? I don't know.
There's I have to water up.
Oh, what's up, girl? What's up?
What's up, Ron?
Oh my God! Stop it!
Wow.
Stop.
What is that? I thought you guys don't want to wipe it.
So it's completely different than who she was that week. Okay.
Yeah, but like you said, it's scary that some people are misused. Why did you find it scary when she's your best friend?
I do find it scary when people are misused, and I found it scary after October 7th to be surrounded by people saying the stuff that they were saying. Say, like, after a terror attack happened, to hear people be in a room saying nobody hates the Jews on the same night when people told me that Jewish people shouldn't complain about anti-Semitism because they can hide the fact that they're Jewish. But even to imply that someone should have to hide their religion and not face any type of, like, negative reaction from the public is
Parchment different than all other parchment?
It's different because, well, it is handwritten. It's not written. I don't want to make it.
I don't have anything personal. I made a joke, okay? I made a joke because Lucy said that Julian was your spy, and then I just alluded to the fact that the situation, the situation is showing that Julian is acting on your
Yo, Abby, look at her new PTR. This bitch is so corny, bro. And then you can tell I said that. Fuck it.
Yeah, she was
This just seems like another psyop.
I think they're a psyop now. I think you are the psyop.
Yeah. Why are you pretending that you have Asperger's? You're not smart enough to have Asperger's.
Why they sent me to camp in 4th grade?
They will not send you a camp in 4th grade for Asperger's. They will send you for other schizophrenic reasons.
What's
They
that?
sent me up for a program.
What is
Government
Asperger's?
program, a free camp. They sent me to free camp on a government program. I don't know if they did to me that.
Julie, I'm so scared.
Oh my god, it could be
Sorry,
either.
guys, my hair is gonna fall out.
Into the future Mediterranean.
Stop being they're Jewish, we need to stop being
It's falling out?
my hair is gonna fall out.
Oh no!
Because somebody put a hex on me.
M. Kapara put a hex on you.
No, not them Kapara, Royal.
Royal put a hex. They took your crown away. Your crown's gonna fall off. Only thing you can, if you want to reverse the magical spell, you just delete the app and take your fat ass to a gym and read a book. It's so hard to reverse spells these days. Cell phone, the magic of the cell phone is so powerful.
Yeah, you're gonna be John Kitover, Abby.
Yeah, I'm gonna be running just a Kitover. Oh my god.
Like Mangione never would have killed that executive if his cell phone didn't tell him to do it.
Worst case scenario, I'm gonna be an FBI agent working in Chicago and recording everyone.
Picking through the garbage invoices for tax evaders.
Yes, honestly, sometimes actually in life I should see it. Well, I was just gonna say the cell phone sometimes makes it like a full Mangione.
Is it the cell phone or is it the words that are coming out of it?
It's because all communication is signals.
And projection and spam.
Especially projection.
Propaganda.
No, free my Palestine.
We cannot go out on a date unless you hate Donald Trump and you want to free Palestine.
I do hate Trump.
I see it in all these girls' profiles, and I'm just like, do you think you'll be single much longer by posting a photo saying "fuck Donald Trump"? If you voted Trump, die. It's like you're gonna eliminate 80% of the male population, which is masculine. I mean, are you just a lesbian?
Me?
I'm saying women in general that post that kind of shit, because it's like you're eliminating a very large percentage.
With all due respect, Donald Trump did do certain things that you should also not.
promise something and
Yeah,
not do it.
he gave us COVID-19 vaccines.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I mean, there's great evil, but there's also, when, according to philosophy or psychology, a person who is very evil can also be very, very good. So it's yin and yang.
Probably not. Like, let's stop the cope. Like, when Iran war
Let's
happens,
stop the cope. What is this, a struggle session?
Yeah. It's
Your hair is falling out, and yet you still haven't deleted the app.
No, not yet. Not yet. The X is not done yet. When the X is on me by Royal Luxury, then my hair is gonna fall out. I'm gonna become Sister Kitover. But you know, that's good because you're gonna become the Congressman of Chicago.
You know what's uglier than a man?
Your little sister.
You know what's uglier than a man who's losing his hair? A woman that's losing her hair. There's nothing more
I
ugly.
told you. No. You were like the last time we spoke. You said there was a woman who was, but I was like, she was very
Holy shit, I forgot about that. I gotta go back there and try to see that fucking amazingly beautiful girl again. That was the farthest thing I've ever seen. She's literally like a pirate, you know, wobbling, but yet the most beautiful figure I've ever seen. Like, her ass was even amazing. I was
Do you
like,
think that was Issa?
Issa? I don't know.
She's a pirate too.
Yeah, well, why are people so juvenile and like immature? Like, why do they use these little cartoon emoji pictures like they're cute little hentai people or something? Like, when do people grow up?
I'm an Anatolian monster.
Have you spoken with your lover boy?
Yes.
What's new with him? How's he doing?
He's very busy, so we text only for now, but yeah, he's doing okay. I think he's like very disappointed in people who supported Trump, and now they're like, oh, fuck Trump, but they don't even acknowledge they voted for Trump, right? Like, grifting, and some people even cope with the things that Trump did that they were against the whole time. He told them, you know how he was talking about Trump the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, he's going to give quote-unquote amnesty to the people who work at the restaurants, hotels.
Wait, why is he so busy?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, I just want to say that, like, you know, people who make bad predictions, generally, they're very busy because they're bad at making predictions.
You know he made good predictions. You admit to it.
No, he didn't, actually, based on Listen, I'm a historian over here. Listen, Baldy, I'm a historian. I do the record. Listen, Baldy, I do all the recording over here. I do the heavy lifting, and I can tell who has made better predictions than other people. He was not accurate in his prediction.
He wasn't correct.
No, he wasn't.
He won several events.
All of you are so fucking far gone and fat and bald. It's
Doesn't
unbelievable.
Diogenes like owe people money for events that were bad?
He's not owed him money. Diogenes paid all his.
When are you gonna grow up, little Abby Bird?
He only lost against Diego for no reason.
When are you gonna grow up, little Abby?
That was not good enough. But,
Aren't you a fucking doctor or something? What a waste of time.
If you can make one more rumor, I'm gonna block your ass.
What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Some people haven't done the heavy lifting or any therapy work. Have you ever done any therapy work, Anatoly? Talking to you, fatty.
You know what therapy is? Putting my lips around a fat cock.
Yo, John Kitover. This girl is sending me videos of her husband and her doing stuff in the bedroom.
Yeah, she's probably depressed.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think that's why people do stuff like that, because they want dopamine feedback.
But she said, look, check Instagram. I opened my Instagram, I opened that one time video, and it's her sucking her husband.
You make it seem so predatory when, like, you said, oh, I want to see it, but it might have been a joke. That you said you wanted to see it, but you didn't say it.
The second time you said that's your son.
That was weird. No, it was weird that I said it, but the